Hi, I'm John and welcome back to my Lair of Action Figures, where I'll be talking and reviewing action figures from different manufacturers. Today we're going to be having a look at another G.I. Joe Classified series figures. This is a figure that came out in 2024 and it's of course Doc, Carl Louis from his name. Sadly you don't have a fight card for it, but if you have the original figure who came out or you are interested in G.I. Joe, you will know that it's his name. Doc is number 122 in the G.I. Joe Classified series line, as I said, and he came out this year, so he's still available. You can purchase him from Hasbro Pearls for $24.99. In Europe, you don't have much choice. If you want to find it at the cheapest place possible, you will have to go through Hasbro Pearls, and you're going to be paying him $29.99. Remember that prices in euros do include taxes, and in North America, taxes are not included, so wherever you live, you're going to pay $24.99 plus taxes. Now that we got this away, let's talk a bit about this figure. Of course, we have the new boxes. Now I'm going to be making a new video where I'm going to be talking about which is my favorite box, but I wanted to use the two boxes that I have. Of course, this is my mint in box figure, and this is the one I've opened for the review. So, as you can see, boxes are interesting. Don't understand why for Hasbro wants to always stick with something, because these boxes are a bit smaller. Now I can understand that if before we used to have a master carton, it was 4 figures per master carton. With this new packaging, you can put 6 in a master carton. But that's going to be a video regarding wholesales and talking about that was going to be another project that I will be working on at a later date. Now let's dive back into this guy here. Of course, the packaging looks pretty neat. It looks pretty fine. You can see mostly what you get in it. Of course, due to the fact that this is a bit higher, you don't see what's under here, but you don't need to see much because everything that you get is over here. Now, this is the back of the box. You always get your picture of the figure in action with a bit of a diorama, some pinpointing out certain things on his vest and also on his helmet. Now, let's dive into the history about this figure. So this figure came out in 1983. So this is my mint in box version of this figure. Let's try to get him into it. As you can see, there's a huge similarity on this figure. Of course, he has the helmet. Something that they didn't decide to go with, who seems a bit surprising, is the mortar that he has. I guess it's a mortar with a flare due to the fact that he's supposed to be non-combatant, but he still has a pistol on the side. You have a stretcher. The stretcher has some gear underneath. It was a pretty decent figure. Of course, something that we all regret that is not available anymore with the new ones are the file cards. I mean, Hasbro put up a website that you can have the file cards that people can go and check it out. And if you want to update your file cards, put them into a more modern way, because of course most of these figures served in Vietnam. I mean, if they did serve in Vietnam, then definitely not any more combatants in 2024. So have a look, go and update your things, because this is a pretty interesting figure. Now, little anecdote about this figure here is that this character was gunned down by the Saw Viper. Now, for the people who read the comics, will know that Larry Hama wanted to kill off some of the Joes, wanted to have a kind of a more realistic approach to it. And so he died with some other figures. But like, this is a bit of a reboot and we launching the series, so he is back and good and kicking in the living world. Now let's have a look at what we get in this box. So of course we get the figure. I've dismantled the different bits and pieces so that we can see, because this is something I really like. This was implemented with the Action Soldier and the tactical vest. It's really a genius idea that they came out with. Oops, wrong way round. So here are all the different pouches that you have. You have, of course, the helmet, which is pretty neat. He also has the little capsules for the meds. He does have them on this one, but they're not so highly detailed due to the fact that there was a reason of cost saving, so they didn't want it to go into any painting. You have, of course, a flare gun, you have a taser, you have his glasses, who are made out of a more, solid plastic. So that puts it as a lot more interesting than the other ones. So we'll be talking about it when I'll be reviewing the Dreadnoks. And of course, we're going to finish by the last accessory. Of course, doesn't have as much details. It's the stretcher, because it would make more sense due to the fact that he has pouches that you don't need anything on it, and you don't see many stretchers that will have it. Of course, you have this so that you can clip it on his back. So it's pretty neat, pretty solid, holds one in place, really gives you something of interesting. Of course, the holes are here, these little clips here come in here, so when you clip it in, as you can see, sorry for this, there we go. So it all clips in nicely. So what do I think about this figure? Also, do I think it's going to be a collectible item? Let's start by the collectible part of view. Now, of course, due to the fact that this figure is brand new and from 2024, I guess it's going to be a pretty good seller. I mean, personally, for me, I think this is the best figure in this line. Now, I don't know if you can call me biased, but I'm going to give you the explanations why. So I believe that figure can have a certain value because it's a pretty decent figure and you may want to purchase him. Now, of course, for old fans like me, that doesn't make me feel any younger, but for old fans like me, this is the version that I would like to see him in, repackaged in the retro line. So the question is, will the retro line will include all this gear, or are they going to go on a more simple version due to the fact that they're doing a retro line, and then maybe removing this, the extra pads and the other things, and making him a basic figure? This is something to see. So if you have the occasion, pick it up. Like it's a general release and not an exclusive to Hasbro Pulse, you can go and pick it up from your favorite toy shop or from any other place that you like to go and shop. I strongly suggest that you help and try to purchase your figures from them instead of going to Walmart, Target, or any other big store, and help out small retailers, because it's always nice to have people supporting the community that sells our products. Now, that's why I believe that this figure can have a certain value, because he really looks great. Now, for my final thoughts about this figure, personally, I think, like I was saying, this is the best figure in the line. It's my favorite figure from 2024 that I have reviewed for now, and I just think this figure is perfect. I mean, head sculpt looks pretty neat. Everything on this figure really makes it look neat. I like the patches of grey. I don't know if it's to give a bit of an Obama feeling to it, but I do really like it. I customized one of these in 12-inch. I'll be posting pictures of it, and I did use the Hot Toy figure with the Obama head to build up my dock in 12-inch. So yeah, this figure is really nice. Of course, we have the medic patch over here, another medic patch over here, more over the logo. So really neat. Let's gear him up. So, like I was saying, this figure for me is a 10 out of 10. This figure is really fantastic. Works well for me. I think it would be the only figure for now that I'm giving a 10 out of 10 for. But, I mean, this... Oops, no, that won't work. So this is also to take into consideration that you have to always watch out what you do with the different backpacks and how you put these things together. Now, the only thing is, if you really want to be nitpicky, is why the hell did you give this guy a taser? I mean, tasers are not the most efficient things. If you get a 50% chance of success, it's pretty lucky. And I would say more likely that you would be ending up with a 75% of chances of failure on it. And I don't see why Doc would be carrying a taser. It does not make much sense for me, due to the fact that he's in the military, and if he has to defend himself, he needs lethal force and not something that's going to incapacitate the person if he has. I like this is something I really think was great. The flare gun seems a bit big compared to what it should be. So let's put this in. Let's put the glasses on also. So yeah, really fantastic job that they did with it. I really like the glasses also. hold way better than anything they've done right now. It's a bit tricky when you want to put the helmet on, because you have to first put the helmet on and then slide the glasses in. It takes a lot of time and a bit of fiddling to be able to do it properly. But I'm going to leave him like this, and whoops, yeah, it's not always holding it perfectly. That's a problem with these vests. So as you can see, he really looks awesome. I really like this figure a lot. I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm really amazed. Hasbro, hats up for you. You did this figure the best way as possible. The upgrades on this figure look amazing. The fact of doing him a tactical vest like this. As I said, Taser's a bit nitpicky, but everything here, flare gun, makes sense. Everything really works well. So, thumbs up for you, Hasbro. Perfect figure for me. Really love it. Keep up the good job. Keep up this kind of making figures, making them look in a more modern way. This is the perfect figure for this kind of thing, and you should always try to inspire yourself, going from the older version and upgrading him to a more modern look, and you did a fantastic job. So that's going to be it for the review of my G.I. Joe Doc figure from the G.I. Joe Classified series lines. If you like the video, please leave a like, share, comment in the section, subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. I haven't done any pictures, but if you want to go and do, you can go and check those pictures out on my Instagram page or on my Facebook page. The links will be in the description of this video. Until then, I hope you have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!